So the other items which include in here are fire extinguisher and a hatchet. This is a powder fire extinguisher. It only is of 2 kg. So for small fires, you cannot have a big fire in here, literally inside a lifeboat generally. So this needs to be checked whether it's in the green range. It's a pressure controlled extinguisher. Generally the extinguishers which come extinguishers which come on board, they are only one time use, and you press the lever and that's it discharges fully. But these extinguishers which come with pressure, generally the lifeboat ones come with these, because these extinguishers can be reused. They are not one time, so you can press it, and if you release it, it will not discharge fully. It will only discharge up to how much, the amount of powder which is there already discharged, and after that it will stop. So that is the advantages of this pressure gauge extinguisher. You can actually control the amount of the discharge. So this is a very good thing which is available nowadays. And the other thing which you need to check whether this nozzle is clear, and you need to sign over here once you are done with your inspections. I will do that. And you need to check the basic general condition of the extinguisher, if it is properly and visually looking good. Another equipment is this hatchet. It's basically a small axe. So this is the hatchet. It's a small axe. Again, for purposes of cutting tools, anything. This comes with a rubber stopper. This is good. And all you need to check here is whether this is not rusted. This part should be very clean and sharp, so as to can be used for its purpose. If it is rusted, you need to buff it and make it rusted. And it has a wooden handle, so that you don't get any shocks and not electrically conducted. Okay, so this is a radar reflector. I have assembled it to show you. This is fully metal. There comes the polythene ones as well. They are a different type, but this is a very good metal one. What is the use of this? This basically, if you hold it up top, or if you attach it on top of the lifeboat, what it does is when any ship is nearby, if any ship is nearby, it is producing the electromagnetic waves. The electromagnetic waves from the radar of the ship, they go out in all the directions. When the radar is running, the electromagnetic waves, they go out in all the directions. And if you put this up, hold this up from your lifeboat, what happens is those electromagnetics come and hit this radar reflector, and they get reflected back to the source, the radar, the ship. So what happens is you get a target on your ship, on the ship which is passing by. So you are in the craft, you are holding this radar reflector up top, and another ship is passing, and it can detect this signal. This basically is the engine part over here. This is the lifeboat release mechanism. When we go inside the lifeboat and when we lower it, we will show how this thing works. It's very, very simple. There's a release, safety pin, and this is the handle. So, and this is the indicator here, which shows whether it is this is right now is in the green range. This is the arrow, you can see it is in the green range. It means it's safe. So right now it is resting properly on the hooks, and there is no possibility of it falling. And what needs to be done is, once we are waterborne, once the lifeboat is on the water, so the load on these release wires, it will reduce, because it's no longer under gravity. So in that case, this arrow will turn to the red side. So that time the whole load of the lifeboat is on the water. So it's no longer resting on the wires, there is no gravity, and you can then safely release it. You can release the lifeboat anytime you want. In case of emergency you have to, but then again right now if it is resting on the wires, if you release it now it will have a very high tension, and once you release it will straight drop, and that's the ultimate emergency case. There is no other way left, then only you have to do that. But otherwise if you have time and in normal routines, drills and all, you need to lower the lifeboat by the davit, and once it is waterborne the weight goes off from the wires, and then you can easily release it, and it will safely release the hooks. The hooks which are outside, those hooks only will be released by this handle, which is basically doing that only. You just need to take out this pin and you have to operate that lever. You just pull it up and push it back and it will be released. And this is a search light. You can use this light for if you have to look in the water, if you have to look for something in the water at night time, you can use this light apart from the torch which we saw earlier. And to basically start the lifeboat you have to just these two are the lifeboat batteries. This is number 1 and this is number 2. This is the key for each. Say for example I will start the lifeboat number 1. This is on position, this is off position. Right now it's off, so I press it and this is in on position, and you see this is the voltage, although it is charging on the battery, but if the battery is removed, once you switch on this will show the voltage. So let's check. So once we are on the battery everything else will work. So let's try out the searchlight. This is the on off switch. The switch, you need to switch on the switch for the searchlight. Here you can see there is a cabin light and searchlight, one switch for both, and there is a navigation light. Navigation light is up top. So I will switch on the cabin and searchlight, and now this thing will work. See, this is working. So it has very high power. You can use this for searching people in the water. Put that back. And you saw this cabin light is also switched on inside the lifeboat. So this comes very handy inside when you are in the water in the dark. And there is a navigation light as well. I will check the navigation light now. Navigation light is also sometimes known as canopy light because it stays on the top. Let's see. The flashing light on top of the lifeboat, that's the navigation canopy light. I'll switch that off. And now I'll start the engine. So this is a very simple lifeboat. All you need to do is just press start to switch on the lifeboat engine. So in other lifeboats there are preheat options given. Preheat is basically when you are in a cold weather, cold climate, the engine needs some time to get heated and then only you can start it. But in this lifeboat is very simple. They have not given anything. This automatically does the job of the preheat. So I just press start. Now it's preheating and it will automatically start the engine now. As you see, the engine is running. It says engine run, and you can hear the sound on the engine as well. I'll let it run for 30 seconds and then I'll stop it. This is the throttle. This is ahead and this is astern. So right now it's on neutral position. You need to pick it up and put it ahead and astern. We will try that once we are in the water. So now we'll stop it. And that's done. And I will switch off the battery now. That's it, done. Right here is called an emergency tiller. So although we have the steering here, we can use the emergency tiller if this steering is not working properly. So we will try out the emergency tiller now. You need to put this in here, in this handle here. You put it here and you put the pin to lock it here. Now it will not come out. Now you can just use the rudder like this. So I'll show you outside how it is rudder is right now. So it's in this position. Let's see how it is outside, how the actual radar is outside. There you see, the radar is tilted. When I come out of the lifeboat, I will put it in the neutral position and then we will see how it is. It's in the neutral position. I'll take it off. And that's it. This is a bilge pump. This is the handle. So what you need to do is you just need to push this inside this hand and the pump will work. It's a manually hand driven pump. So it takes some time to build up the pressure. You just need to do it like this, and once it has got enough pressure, it will immediately start sucking out all the water from inside. So this is the drainage system which is going underneath the boat, and I will show you the drain system. It is right here. There's a drain plug as well. So once there is too much of water inside, you can use this bilge pump to pump out all that water. Let's see the drainage plug. This is the compartment for the drain plug. There you see, this is the drain or the bilge of the lifeboat. That is the bilge going, that's the drain in plain words. And there's the ball. You can see the ball there. You can see the outside. This ball is a non-return ball. It will prevent water from outside of the lifeboat to come inside. But on top of that, you need to plug in this drain plug as well. So right now I've kept it open because it's secured. It's not needed. But once we go in the water, you need to first plug in this drain plug like this. Once it's plugged, that means water. When the lifeboat goes in the water, no water will come up inside the lifeboat. So, and this bilge pump which we saw over there, this only pumps out the water from these drains. Okay, so the last thing which we need to check is this. This is a boat hook. So you see, this is like a hook, and it is very long, going all the way back there. And there are two boat hooks. And so basically, the function of this boat hook is that if you want to pull something towards you from the lifeboat, you can use these boat hooks. So generally you need to pull the life rafts. So once if the life rafts are also in the water, and life rafts don't have any propeller on them, so you can go with the lifeboat towards the life raft, and then you can use this hook to pull them towards you, or anything else also. You can use this hook for any other purposes as well. And these are the boat oars. So if the engine is not functioning properly, or if you run out of fuel, you can use these oars to manually row the lifeboat, so these are also provided. And this is all the markings for all the ranks. So both the lifeboats have different designated crew for them. So in this lifeboat, if anyway you have to mark all the people in each lifeboat. But if you see the master list, I will show you the master list. And there is a designated position for everyone in every lifeboat. So but anyway, you have to mark for everybody in each lifeboat. If anything happens to the other side lifeboat, at least everybody can have one lifeboat in any emergency. So my position is here, and this is the markings all done for everybody. There are markings left blank intentionally for any passengers or supernumerary. So yeah, so this is basically the inside of the lifeboat, and I am done with the inspection of this lifeboat. So you saw what all are there inside the lifeboat, and there is nothing much to do here. That was all. I hope this video will be useful for any third officers who are joining on board the ships for the first time. If you want, you can refer to this video. You can see what all to check and what all the equipments are. There are different lifeboats have different kind of equipment, different manufacturers. There different looks. Radar reflectors looks like this in this lifeboat. It looks like something else in other lifeboats. so at least you'll have a basic idea what it looks like. The first time as a third officer, when I was joining the ship, my first ship as a third officer, I had no clue absolutely what all things are there, how it looks. So I had to spend time looking at the list, looking at the manual, how it looks. So for those people who are joining for the first time, and also for the trainees and cadets, if you want to look for lifeboat equipment, you can refer to this video, and I hope you will like it. This will come in very useful for them. There's another thing which I have to show you is this is a SART holder. So the SART which is there on the bridge, you have to bring that in the emergency when abandoned ship, and you have to put it here. So the SART goes in here in the bracket, and it will emit continuously. So I'm outside the lifeboat, and I will report now this to the bridge. Bridge, come in, third officer.
Yeah, go ahead, Didi.
Outside the port side lifeboat.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I've reported, and the bridge knows now that I am outside and I am safe, so that they are also relieved. Okay, so nobody is there inside the lifeboat. So that's for today. That's all for the lifeboat inspection. I hope you like this video, and stay tuned for more videos like this. And I will see you in my next video. Until then, stay safe, stay blessed.